To
the stars.
You did it.
Yeah, I did it. I was going to do it.
Good job.
Welcome to Take Off Your Pot and Cast It, everybody.
I'm Ken.
And I'm Ripley.
And today, this is what we're doing. We already said it.
To the Stars, Demos, Odds, and Ends by Tom Delonge. Now, where did we end last time? We talked about everything up to the breakup, right?
And Skiba joining Blink for those 3 scheduled dates after Tom was fired.
That's right. Okay. So Skiba joins Blink.
Not even yet officially, though.
Oh, yeah, that's true, because it was still all legal. They were performing as Blink-182 with Matt Skiba, right? Like a Sublime with Rome situation. And Tom fires back. He says, I've been writing songs for Blink-182 this whole time. Mm-hmm. They're the ones that were holding me back.
Ugh.
And
I couldn't bring myself to read that rant.
It's something else. It's unhinged. And he announces that he's going to release 2 Angels and Airwaves albums and 2 solo albums by the end of the year.
Oh.
And he's got books in the works. He has all of this stuff. And them kicking him out of Blink-182 has only made his life easier. So, To the Stars, Demos, Odds, and Ends was released on April 21st, 2015.
Okay.
3 months after the announcement that he has been fired from Blink-182, and about 1 year before California.
It really proves that he could get some work done quickly, even though that was the complaint in Blink, was that it took 1.5 years to get Neighborhoods out.
Yeah, so I think most of this was already done. He had all this shit ready to go. I think Tom really does write like an entire piece. Mm-hmm. Doesn't necessarily need a band, which is, I don't know.
Yeah.
But he plays every instrument on this except the drums. And he gets Brooks Wackerman.
Brooks Wackerman, my favorite name.
Is back again. He played 3 shows with Blink in Australia.
In the movie, Brooks Wackerman is played by somebody like Joseph Gordon-Levitt, where you're like, how does somebody that big
have such a small part in this? Yeah, exactly. And he gets Brooks Wackerman on drums, and holy shit, that guy is the best Travis Barker impersonator I've ever heard.
Okay.
Like, because I remember I didn't look this up when I had first listened to this. I was like, oh shit, these songs must have already been recorded with Travis.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like when I first heard them. Mm-hmm. So the first song that he releases is New World. He puts that song out in February of 2015 and says it's going to be one of 4 albums he's going to be producing this year.
Great.
Along with all the Poet Anderson shit. Which we watched the movie again last night.
Oh.
It's,
how does that look?
It's a lot of sound effects.
I was thinking about the title of it. It's like Poet Laureate and Mr. Anderson from The Matrix, who's like the one. So it's like he's saying, I'm the Poet Laureate. I'm the one, the artist. It's pretty, just conceptually seems pretty self-aggrandizing.
Yeah.
But I should have watched that.
So I want to play the video for New World, and then we're just going to listen to the whole record here. But the video for New World by Tom DeLonge, it features him walking through Los Angeles with a busted Tom DeLonge signature Stratocaster.
Okay.
The old Blink-182 guitar. And then he starts smashing things in his home studio.
All right, so let's kick this album off with this. Okay, Tom is gazing into the void, into the abyss. We're hearing some not Mark Hoppus quality bass as a big fuck you to everyone.
He does really turn the tones dirtier when Mark's not there to separate it.
I hate when bands I love have an obsession with the American flag. He loves the American flag.
Yeah.
A lot of slow-mo shots. Oh, that was real. He fucking destroyed that computer with his guitar.
Weird, like, military fighter jacket that he wears. It like seems kind of fetishy to me.
Definitely. He looks like Ben Affleck in Armageddon or something. So he destroys the practice space with the guitar, with the old Blink guitar. And this is the strongest song on the album. He definitely should have led with this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the most original song, I think, on this album.
Uh-huh. He does a really cool thing, I think, with like that first time he's about to go into the chorus, the fake out where he doesn't continue it. Like right here, he goes, no, we're not to it yet. This is the second pre-chorus, but it continues and starts to sound in the second chorus how you imagined it's going to in the first one. And I think that's one of the more clever things he does in this whole release.
It really sounds like the natural progression from Dogs Eating Dogs.
Totally. Well, and just saying I found a new world.
Yeah. This really shows where his priorities were creatively compared to what we're going to see in the next episode.
Yep.
There's a lot more passion here.
In this?
In this than there is in California.
Oh.
I really think that there's just a lot more creativity, a lot more honesty in these songs.
Okay.
Than what Blink was doing at this time.
I'm going to come out right now against this release.
Really?
Yeah, I think this is by far the most boring thing we've talked about.
Wow.
Other than this song, these songs just go in and out of my head. I listened to this probably 10 to 20 times, and I can't get a grasp on any of them.
There are two songs on here that I love. And we don't even, I mean, there are three, because I love this one.
Yeah. I like his I Don't Give an F-U-C-K.
Yeah, I love that, yeah. It works perfectly. But this Circle Jerk Pit and Golden Showers in the Golden State were so obviously Blink-182 tracks.
That was going to be my question. You think this is seriously intended for Blink?
Yes.
Okay.
This one specifically, because I feel like you can really tell what he's writing for Blink and what he's writing for Angels and Airwaves.
All right, pretty mediocre video, Tom.
It's mediocre, yeah. He's 43 or whatever in this. This song is definitely supposed to be Angels and Airwaves, I think.
Okay, yeah, definitely. I like his all the use of the other instruments, the synthesizer, the like sort of xylophone-y sound he has going on in this one. He's doing like a Flaming Lips thing, putting his voice through so many processes here to get that spacey vibe. But even right now, I listened to this, like I said, 10 or 20 times, and I don't know where this song's going at this moment. Yeah, this sounds like Angels and Airwaves.
All of this would be better with Mark on backing vocals and Travis on drums. Although Brooks is fucking great, man. I like this guy.
I hadn't really thought about him, to be honest. I mean, I guess if you filled him for Travis on tour, then he can do it.
Friday, sex songs and gasoline, down on the coast, our winter heart.
I could see this as Blink, too.
Yeah.
Ooh, but then this.
The synths would have to go away. But I think that cool synth line in the beginning could easily be the classic flanger guitar thing.
Totally. Calling it an endless summer is kind of weird. Just in the narrative of everything that is happening in Blink right now at this point.
Endless Summer is it California or 9? Endless Summer ending on and on. Is that...
I don't remember.
There's a Blink song, like a Skiba Blink song, that has Endless Summer in the chorus.
Interesting. No, I like this. I think he made a couple mistakes with this release. Mistake number 1. Cut off demos, odds, and ends.
Yeah.
These songs sound complete. I mean, it's not like how you traditionally think of a demo from a band, where it's not really fully processed or whatever. That's the main thing.
16 American, follow me close. It's gonna be a long way to travel through life. And know that it's so illogical.
The second thing, he had to do another one as Tom DeLonge for this to mean anything.
Yeah.
So, and I guess, like, I didn't know the thing where he announced 4 releases of the year that he didn't follow up on.
Yeah, and it's okay. I totally understand him being impossible to work with. Because he is announcing new big shit all the time. Did you see his tweet yesterday? Or
No.
he posted a big Instagram, like, big things are coming. Something really important that I can't talk about.
Great.
So fucking don't talk about it. Holy shit. Like, all right. We're having an incident where we've talked about having a guest on this show that we probably will not be able to get anytime soon on this show.
Right.
And learning that, like, oh, maybe we shouldn't announce things like that before they're coming true. And that needs to, like, Tom is 46, hasn't figured that out.
I understand the impulse when you're excited about something to fucking, like, want to talk about it, but it gives you a sense of validation when other people are excited about it that kills your desire to do it. Like, inside. For years I was such a huge Kevin Smith fan, and there was a long bout of him going like, Clerks 3's coming, Mallrats 2's coming, Jay and Silent Bob reboot's coming, this movie, I'm going to detail this movie called Hit Somebody that's going to be a 3-hour epic about a hockey player. Like, it's like one of those things has surfaced in that amount of time.
So,
and it was years later.
You know how you can't find Dogma anywhere? Like, it's not on streaming because, like, fucking Weinstein owns it from jail.
Yeah.
Is the whole thing,
he gets
basically.
100% of the profits.
Yeah. I went to a, like, used CD, DVD bookstore today to sell some comic books because I'm moving and I didn't want to bring all that shit with me. And, like, on the, like, sale trade counter was, like, a wrapped up thing of some DVDs a guy was selling. And Dogma was in there. And I was like, I want that. Give me that.
Yeah.
Because I love that movie, and I don't have a DVD player, but, like, I will find one to watch that movie.
Yeah, definitely.
I was like, can I buy that DVD right there that's sitting right there? I'll give you, $40 for it. Because it goes for, like, $200 on eBay.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, so that's a, like, drop-off order that someone hasn't, like, received their, like, credit for yet. I can't sell it yet. And I'm like, well, can you, like, tell me when it's going to go on sale? And they're like, why? Like, we're giving him, like, $2 for this. And they weren't going to sell it to me, but I did give that guy a lot of money.
Yeah?
Like, because they were going to give this guy, like, $2 for this DVD. I was like, look that up on eBay.
Oh.
Like...
So did you get it?
I did not. They wouldn't give it to me because the other guy hadn't signed off on selling it yet.
Gotcha.
But whoever was selling it to Second and Charles in Richmond, Virginia, you're welcome.
Sweet. That's awesome. Good.
I wanted that movie, though. It's a great movie.
It's my favorite movie of his.
Arguably the only one that is, like, not incredibly cringe.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all arguable with all of his stuff, but...
Yeah.
He served his purpose. Suburban Kings
is the better Kings of the Weekend.
Sure, I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, track for track. This is Kings of the Weekend by Blink on California.
Yeah.
This also sounds like Neighborhood Z Blink.
Totally. I gotta tell you, I'm in sort of a mindfuck of a space right now because I was approaching this with, like, thinking I had a different take on what we were going to discuss next week, and I don't want to spoil what we're talking next week, but I kind of once I got into that, this threw me off, and now I'm not as into this, if that makes sense.
Wait, this threw you off of California?
Or California threw me off of this.
Okay.
Like, now I kind of get the breakup.
Yeah, well, that's why I thought this would just be a fun little mini-sode. This is going to be like 40 minutes long.
Yeah.
Because there's not much more to talk about. We can just talk over it, and it's fun.
Was this the one where he says Tommy in third person a lot?
I don't remember.
Tommy need a new guitar.
Tommy needs a drinky.
Yeah.
It's been a perfectly fuck crustable day. Between my band firing me, Hillary Clinton naming me in her emails. Tommy needs a drinky.
That was around this time.
That's the other thing is this is 2016 is election year. And WikiLeaks, the whole thing with her emails. Julian Assange leaks a shitload of email exchanges between Hillary Clinton and company, and 3 emails between Tom DeLonge and like Podesta and Clinton about military discussions over UFOs and shit, like, are in those leaked emails. Like, Tom DeLonge is showing up in shit that Donald Trump is talking about on TV.
Wonder how he feels about that.
I probably felt so validated. I mean, Tom
in that conversation with government people.
Yeah, I mean, he's like the weirdest kind of starfucker. Because like he's already famous, but he wants to be like a god.
Definitely, yeah.
Like,
it's never good enough. That
yeah,
climbing that
like,
hedonic treadmill.
I'm a giant fucking rock star, but I want like the science and political communities to revere me, even though I got kicked out of high school for drinking.
Yeah,
and then spent 20 years writing songs about farts and dicks.
He's not like Noodles, where he went and like got a fucking the guy from The Offspring.
Yeah, he's a like scientist, right?
He like spends his time off from The Offspring, like experimenting with things to improve the world.
Yeah, Milo from The Descendants is an astrophysicist, like.
Or it's like Tom's like a bankroller.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's dumb. No. I think he is a just like a visionary without the like. He knows how to get the right people together because he is accomplishing shit. I love this song, so I know how to play this song. It's one of those songs that I like play to myself, but I'm just like picking up an acoustic guitar in my room. It's good, and I think the thing about this song is that this isn't a Tom DeLonge song. Yeah,
it reminds me of something I would have been into in high school, like one of the sadder acoustic songs on like emo albums or something.
It reminds me of the Gaslight Anthem.
Oh, okay.
Specifically a song called Red in the Morning on Sink or Swim by Gaslight Anthem. But I feel like this is a song that Tom doesn't know what to do with.
Like, how do you build this up into something bigger?
Yeah, because like this is a song that I feel like would sound great with like really reverby, minimalistic drums, and like I'm not joking, banjo. Like I could see this being like got done really well by like an alt country band.
Definitely. These oohs, he hadn't discovered the millennial whoop for himself yet.
Not yet. I mean, he rarely uses the millennial whoop. He doesn't need any pop star tricks. Like, I don't know, man.
I guess I understand why this would be considered a demo, though.
Yeah, but we're what, like 4 months into this podcast at this point, and I did not think I was gonna like choose a side at any point, but now that we're getting down to it, like I really just like Tom stuff a lot more.
Yeah, to me, it's more like it's just a narrative that continues to make sense the more we do it. Like, I thought I was on a side, and the more we dig into them and see what these guys are all about, the more the psychology of it all makes a narrative that it just makes sense.
I need a minute to maybe soak in the sight of the town that I came from.
Yeah, it's a beautiful little song.
It is, yeah. And then Circle Jerk Pit. See, I think there had already been a discussion of, hey, the next Blink album, let's remind people that we can be silly. And this and Golden Showers were his two contributions to that.
That makes sense.
Okay, you put out this album replacing Endless Summer, Landscapes, and Animals with Bored to Death, Built This Pool, and Bohemian Rhapsody. And it's Blink-182's greatest album.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree. This to me reminds me more of my first punk song.
Yeah.
And this is one of the songs where I'm like, I feel Travis's absence a little bit. Like Wackerman's carrying this beat for sure, but there would be crazy fills all over the place and stuff.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
And there's a movement in it, or a breakdown or whatever.
I would be cool if Tom ever did just like a straight up punk record.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet they would have.
He's good at it.
Mm-hmm. Maybe they would have gone in that direction if they'd still continued to work together. But yeah, this officially is my moment of acceptance with everything. Hearing this makes me go like, all right, they don't want the same things. It's like when you look after your heart's broken and you look back on a relationship after you've healed from it and you go like, yeah, that was never going to work out.
Yeah.
That's sort of where I'm at with this album.
It's tragic though.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, that's just the way life works, you know?
So if you ever like look at any sort of public discussions of Blink-182, you'll never see a discussion of modern day Blink-182 without like, when will Tom be back?
Mm-hmm.
You'll never hear a discussion of Angels and Airwaves without, when's he gonna go back to Blink-182?
Mm-hmm.
These guys just don't like. Are they ever gonna be free of that? Is the thing, you know?
Yeah, it's almost like if they did get back together, it would only be because the public was telling about that so much. I remember Lindelof talking about with Lost, like spoilers for Lost, but he was just like, for years everyone was like, it's purgatory, it's purgatory, it's purgatory, and he was like, I didn't want to make it purgatory, but it seemed like everybody really wanted it to be purgatory.
Yeah.
Now that the island was purgatory, it's a whole thing.
Did he not have it all figured out?
No.
Okay.
Because he took it over from Abrams. Abrams, like, said, oh, yeah, it doesn't matter how we end it. We'll figure it out as we go along.
Fuck you, Abrams.
I mean, that's his whole game. That's Abrams' whole thing.
I don't like J.J. Abrams.
I have the most complicated relationship with him over any artist in the world, probably.
Well, because, like, do you have strong feelings on the Cloverfield stuff?
I love the first Cloverfield movie. I love the second Cloverfield movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the Cloverfield Paradox?
No, that was supposed to be another movie that just sucked, and then they put the Cloverfield name on it to...
Yeah, and gave you the monster for 3 seconds at the end.
To, like, try to get people to watch it more than they would have.
It was trash,
It's
man.
really trash. This song is real spacey, and it has, like, a guy talking at the beginning about sciencey space stuff. Made me think of... This is my pitch for a Hard Times article. Neil deGrasse Tyson makes 10,000 post tweet thread after reading Tom DeLonge's trilogy.
Not enough Zionism for a Hard Times article.
Oh, please.
Although Neil deGrasse Tyson's in it, so who knows? J.J. Abrams and Tom DeLonge...
Why aren't they buddies?
Same brains.
Totally.
Because talking about big giant shit...
Never
and
delivering.
only following through on about half of it.
Yeah. We got to get off JJ because I'm going to bring him up in the next episode. And we're almost done with this. We're on animals, which is another word I'm going to bring up in the next episode. That's a teaser. We are recording 2 episodes today, everyone.
Yeah, well.
It happens.
Yeah. We haven't tried this in a while, but the last ones we did were both like hour-and-a-half long albums. Wasn't a good idea.
Oh, they were great eps, though.
They were good eps, yeah.
You attach right to my soul. I walked across the sky. The night began to glow, and the darkness became light.
This song's real fucking boring.
Yeah. It's whatever. This would be Angels and Airwaves stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, this album is the best argument for Angels and Airwaves as a band to me. Before listening to this, I was like, Angels and Airwaves is like Tom's pet project that he gets other musicians to do stuff with, but they really bring a lot to the table, those three other guys.
Yeah, well, so I've listened to Angels and Airwaves' entire discography over the last couple weeks.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I'd ever done that.
Uh-huh.
And one of my favorite things is the Dreamwalker, the companion EP of the Dreamwalker Poet Anderson book. And that is just Tom DeLonge on every instrument, and the drummer he's their current drummer now. I want to say he's in like At the Drive-In.
Okay.
And a couple other bands. Oh, he was the drummer for Nine Inch Nails for most of the time.
Nice.
Tom seems to work with like really big, like studio drummers who have worked with all these musicians. Because that guy was the only other musician on the Dreamwalker. It's the only album without David Kennedy.
Oh, okay.
Because he just was like, I guess they did it really fast.
Dreamwalker's the name of the album?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an EP. It's like 6 songs.
Gotcha.
But it's really good. And that's just Tom. So I think this was just shout out really quick. I mean, this is 2.5 months after he's fired from Blink.
Uh-huh.
This is a fuck you, I can make an album faster than you can. Like,
Definitely.
You attach right to my soul. I walked across the sky. The night began to glow, and the darkness became light. You were like a burning flame. You run, but you can't
This is the final song. We're on to Golden Showers in the Golden State. This is the Blink song. This is most definitely
absolutely.
the Blink song.
And like putting it last on the album, it's like saying like, hey, don't forget how fun I am, how much you like me in Blink. So this says Tom DeLonge, so pay attention to what Tom DeLonge does.
Yeah. Big Enema of the State vibes.
Yeah. I really like the melody of this. I mean, the lyrics are fun too, but yeah, this song works all around for me. But I think they get it more right on the next album, on California, than this. Because they'd never done this full-length, actually good song be the joke song. And I guess that's innovative and a new way to try out Blink stuff.
No, there has to be.
Name one. When You Fuck
Foyer.
Grandpa? Sure.
All of Dude Ranch.
Yeah, you're right. I guess I'm thinking of like the live songs.
Yeah. Mutt.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm wrong. So how many did he end up releasing this year? Did he release an Angels and Airwaves album
This
this
is
year?
an Angels and Airwaves EP. That's it.
He got halfway there.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. Just don't talk. Like that whole thing with AJM NFT that was for sale.
Yeah, tell them about it.
Yeah, so I discovered, as well as many musician friends of mine discovered yesterday, that their albums were purchased. So a couple weeks ago, someone paid $20 for Run on Death Sentence on Bandcamp.
Okay.
You can have your $8 or whatever. And now that the files are on an NFT website for however many bitcoins or whatever the fuck they use. And a bunch of my friends had this happen too. And everyone's posting links to theirs like, look at this, I'm so angry. And I'm like, you're giving them a lot of publicity.
Uh-huh.
And that's what it was. So this was all a scam by this company to get people to pay them off. It's a blackmail scam.
Okay.
So people would, post about it. So like the small bands like us aren't going to pay them for it, but Sony and EMI are going to be like, hey, this is a great idea. Let's get these guys to sell our records as NFTs. It's a publicity scam.
Okay.
Because they knew they were going to get cease and desists, and they knew that like Alex Jonestown Massacre doesn't have lawyers. So yeah, I sent a copy.
They listened to our lyrics. They were like, these guys don't.
Well, no, I'm sure they can look at our play counts and shit like that and see that we're not big enough to have money. But I sent them first I bid $6.9 million
Whoa.
on it. A friend of mine's band got a bunch of people to go in and like make fake bids, and their album got up to like $3 trillion.
Jesus. I don't even understand how any of this works.
I don't either. I just put a bid in and said $6.9 million.
So then what happens?
Oh, I sent it to cease and desist, and it's gone. But like,
It's already gone?
it's gone.
Oh, okay.
But if we had talked about it, we would have been giving them more publicity.
Right.
Where I was going with that is that Tom just needs to chill the fuck out sometimes and not talk about things.
Yeah.
Because he's digging himself a hole.
Yeah, he's a manic guy.
Alas, for the rest of this podcast, we bid you good day, Tom DeLonge.
Sort of.
Well, yeah.
We're gonna do an Angels episode.
Oh yeah. So we're not done yet.
Tom DeLonge, the solo artist.
Yeah. Well, this is hello and goodbye.
Yeah.
I
I mean, maybe he puts the second one out this year.
I am sad that we are coming to the last two albums of this, and like I predicted there was going to be a big bombshell news update during the course of this podcast. We haven't got it yet.
Well, we have at least 3 albums to cover after, or 3 episodes.
Yeah.
After this, we're recording a couple weeks ahead, so that gives us another couple weeks.
That's true. Maybe we should hold off for a little while.
Yeah. I mean, let's see what happens. Let's follow this narrative.
Yeah.
And I'll keep my fingers crossed. If you guys could rate us 5 stars, please, on iTunes, Apple Podcast, and
Stitcher,
Spotify. What's the fucking Airwolf one they had?
Stitcher, isn't it?
Yeah, but they had one before then that was
CISO. Yeah, you can find us on CISO. We have an exclusive deal.
Yeah, we have a full series on CISO. You just can't see it.
You can watch it while you watch Bajillion Dollar Properties, which, god damn it, I wish I could watch that show again. It's so good.
Yeah, weird. I think there's some obscure way to pay to see it now.
It's free on Pluto.
Great.
But Pluto has commercials, and I can't do commercials anymore.
Pluto. Tom's on his way there now.
Yeah.
To figure out once and for all, is this a goddamn fucking planet or not?
Is this a planet?
And whatever he deems it is, we're going with the other one.
Ooh, I'm making another prediction right now on the air.
Okay.
Tom DeLonge will be a guest voice on an episode of Rick and Morty.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense. We're going to go out with the last few lines of Golden Showers in the Golden State, because I find it very ironic what he's saying, because what he's saying is not true. It'll be true next week.
This is California.
Next week.
California.